videos that are for kids have very strict limitations on advertising.
Oh.
And like.
Oh, so if it's.
And like you can't comment on them, things like that.
Oh, if it's for kids, then
Yes.
it's just very strict?
Yes.
Oh.
The idea is that it's YouTube Kids. It's like it's a mini platform within the platform.
right here on YouTube. Kalamazoo United. 9 points in the table, 9-0 points in the table. A 4-0 thrashing of Badgers Black to get here. Jeff Joel. 3-0 in their completed games. The tournament organizers have determined they do not need to finish their game with Badgers, which frankly everyone here is very excited about because it is very late. But we're gonna see this tournament end tonight. We're gonna see it end on this field. A rematch of a first round game that Jeff Joel won 6-2. Kalamazoo, they want their lick back. They're a little better stocked on players today. And it sounds like they have made an alteration. They're playing 35-minute halves. They were going to play 45s, but I think because one, the late hour, and two, Kalamazoo having just completed their win to clinch their spot in this game, they're going to play two 35-minute halves instead. The purse on the line, $1,000. And a trophy. And everyone likes a trophy. Thank you so much for joining us, spending your Memorial Day weekend with us here on the Detroit Badgers YouTube channel. The final of the Olympian Mortgage Badgers Cup underway in just a moment. Playing two 35-minute halves. We've been playing 30s this entire tournament, so the game will be a little bit longer, but not that much longer, and I think that that's probably something that Kalamazoo in particular is appreciative of. They don't have a ton of depth, and they did just finish another game, so it's tall order for Kalamazoo United, but got a lot of talent, and they were able to put it in cruise down the stretch against Badgers Black as well, which is also probably a little bit helpful. The ball is underway. Here we go. Both these teams won a trophy. We'll see what the next 70 minutes have to offer. United in the white, moving left to right across your screen. Jeff Joel in the blue, moving right to left. All the way back into Dongo Diao. Madu Guye. Into the feet of Papa Massar Diao. One of the stars of this tournament. Ball in over the top. It will roll out for a goal kick. Trying to get it in. I believe Bayi Moore out on that far wing. 1 minute of the 70. Nelson Dahl once again our center official. He's had more camera screen time than anybody this week. He's been involved in just about every game in this tournament in one fashion or another. Whether being goalkeeper for Badgers Blue or officiating a lot of these games. Diao is offside. We will also get to see two of the Golden Boot men. Victor Olabrede from Kalamazoo United. He's got 4. Papa Diao has 4. So likely that not only will a championship be decided, but a Golden Boot will likely be awarded in this final as well. One would imagine. Yaya from Badgers Blue also currently on 4 goals, but his tournament, of course, is over. Badgers Blue's elimination. Ball in the air, headed along by Mustafa Diop. Grady Lykin. David Galaxy, it's out. Off of Diop. Into the third minute. United nil. Jeff Joel nil. And Kalamazoo, it would be in their interest to play this game nice and easy, running as possible. Given that they just completed an hour's worth of running, only got the one substitute over there. So they're gonna want to be sparing about that. Free kick from Ron Hotram, owner, the captain. Try to flight Try to flight this one in. Some early pressure here from United. Light it in over the heads. All the way to the goal line and watched out for a goal kick. Kalamazoo got here. Come from behind win over Badgers Blue in the first game of the tournament, down 2-0. A heavy challenge, and Nelvis Da doesn't like it. It's gonna be on. Jeff Joel. Dave Mbenge. Guilty party. Da having a word with him. I don't think he's gonna book him. Malka Faria down on the ground. Taking a tumble. Kalamazoo, they knocked off Badgers A, down 2-0, 15 minutes ago. They rallied and scored 3 to take those 3 points. They lost to Jeff Joel, then knocked off 3-1-3 and Badgers Black. Back-to-back games today to get here. In the 5th minute, Masimango will take this. Dead center, 25 yards out. 5-man wall. Masimango. High and wide. We're almost 5 minutes in. Papagie. Down the line into the feet of Baimor. Collected on the chest and flicked back over the top. Dia. On the right side, the cross in. It pings off the post, and it's cleared. The cross hit the post. Rodriguez was going to block it if it came in past him, but it hit the post, and that's a heavy, heavy tackle. And Mbenge is going to get the card this time. That's the second heavy challenge by Mbenge. And he's held the red. Did he hold up a red card? No, he held up the wrong card. Nelvis Da doing the thing that young referees do from time to time. They hold up the wrong card. He meant to hold up the yellow, and it was a yellow card offense on Mbenge, but that was a very heavy tackle, and Kalamazoo United right to take exception to it, frankly. It was not a good challenge at all. 6th minute of this. Trying to get him to his feet. I'm trying to make out who it is. It's Masimango who took that free kick. Seventh minute. So it'll be a free kick for Kalamazoo, and it's a couple of hard fouls on JEUF JEUL. Nelvis Da probably wisely giving out the yellow on that one, if only to maintain some level of control. Just a word of warning, hey, I'm not going to allow you to commit these kinds of fouls repeatedly. Hotram plays it in over the top, looking for his runners. Defender there first, and he's going to run it out for a throw. So throwing in an advanced position for United, David Latanga, excuse me. Throws it in short. One by JEUF JEUL. Here they come. One back. Sent down the line. Latanga. Sent away. Hotram. Guye keeps it in, and then he can't keep it in. It's out for a throw. They get it in quickly in the middle to Faria. Faria, he's cut down. And another foul. Papa Masar Diao this time. Took his legs away. And that's the second time that Faria's hit the deck, and I think these Kalamazoo United players are going to start to get frustrated if this keeps happening. It's the third time that someone's taken a very hard challenge in the first 8 minutes. This is a team that's already tired. They just finished an hour-long game. And now a big crowd has gathered. A lot of discussion going on. Some yelling back and forth. And the United guys, I think they've got some reason to be upset with these challenges. And now it's going to be up to Nelvis Da to be the one to keep everything in line. Now he's going to implore the JEUF JEUL players. I would assume he's imploring them to be more cautious, to not commit these kinds of fouls, or else he's going to have to start handing out a lot more cards, which is something neither of them want. But that was a heavy challenge. Missed the ball completely. That's the third time that's happened now in the first 8 minutes of this game. And there's something to be said for heavy challenges and coming in and playing physically. That's not an inherently bad thing, but you have to be smart about it. You can't be taking guys away without touching the ball. It's just not sporting. So the hope here is that we won't see any more of that. And Da will pace it off for them. 4 men in the wall. 30 yards from goal. Just off the keeper's right-hand post. I believe this is Hurtado who's going to take this. Whistle goes. Hotram moving up onto the line as well. Got 6 guys up on the line. Hurtado sends it in, and it's over the bar. Don't hate the take. It makes sense to shoot that. He's got to find a way to get it down. 10 minutes gone. No score. Ball out for a throw, but first a foul, I believe. And now JEUF JEUL going to claim that they are the victims. And a yellow card is out. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that was a yellow card offense, but Nelvis has clearly had enough of this. I believe that's going to be Harry Yuzmanov who gets the booking. It's been a bit slow going here because of all the stoppages, and Yuzmanov is going to be subbed out. New man in for Kalamazoo is DQ Kai. No, excuse me, that is Olabrede, Victor Olabrede, the leading scorer for the team in this event. 12th minute, no score. A lot of fouls, though. Poked out by Lycan. Mustafa Diop throws it in short. Mbenge and Heavy coming together, and another whistle and another foul. And now we got 2 players on the ground. Not been the most compelling final I've ever seen. Coming together between Mbenge, who already picked up a yellow earlier, and I believe that is Grady Lycan. Grady Lycan took a hit at the end of the previous game. Took a bit of a shot and had to be subbed off at the very end of that game. Now it looks like he's cramping. As the temperature drops, you can expect to see that to some extent. And now Lycan, it looks like he might have to come off. So I'm looking over at the bench now, and I'm seeing 3 substitutes for Kalamazoo now. Could only see 1 earlier, but now I'm seeing 3. And Lycan is going to come off. He's not even going to go to the far side. He's going to come to the near sideline. Just looks like he's cramping. badly enough that he will have to have a seat at least. So I think that's Yuzmanov who's checking back in. No, excuse me, that is Matt Fairchild who is checking in. And that cross is nowhere near anything and out for a goal kick. So to recap, 2 yellow cards, 5 pretty hard fouls, and I don't think we've had a shot on frame yet. This is a Big Ten Cup final. Bo Schembechler would be proud. 14th minute, ball played over the top, defense running onto it. I'll just put it out into touch. Baracilla. A goal scored in this event. He's kind of the man who runs the back line for JEUF JEUL. Solid player. Thrown in down the line. Trying to get it into the path of Latanga. That one's going to ping off of a Kalamazoo foot and out for a throw. Antonio Rodriguez imploring his teammates to wake up. Olabrede. And Casey Schwartz in the midst. He's knocked down, foul. And Kalamazoo, again, they're going to push men forward off the free kick. They're going to try to get this thing in the air, try to get a look at goal, send a bunch of bodies towards the goal and hope a good thing happens. Hotrum puts it in over the top. It pings off the defender. That's kind of the ball you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's going to make the defenders deal with it, if you can't get a foot to it first. But fortunately for JEUF JEUL, Modou Guye, very strong in defense and is able to get it clear. And now JEUF JEUL going to try to break out. Long ball on the ground into the corner. Going to win the race to it. Atumane Dia. Grounded cross top of the box. Settled. Plays it back and miscommunication. And now we got a man down. Khalifa Sene just hits the deck. He wasn't touched, but he does hit the deck and he's hurt. Contactless. Defender didn't touch him. Always some cause for concern. Khalifa Sene. They're trying to have him stop the clock, but that's not how that works. That's something the center referee has to declare if he does. In any case, it would have to be stoppage time added by the center referee. This isn't college. This is semi-professional, so the clock does not stop unless the referee specifically dictates that it does. Now, Sene is being carried off the field. That's not what you want to see. It was a non-contact injury. He just took a step and fell. So Sene has been subbed off. Going to be a lot of stoppage time in this first half. We might end up playing 45-minute halves regardless. Into the 18th we go. Very little to write home about, other than an injury to Khalifa Sene. We'll keep an eye on that, see if he can muster a return at some point. A drop ball, and it'll be kicked back into Antonio Rodriguez. We'll pick it up and try to start the play for Kalamazoo. Thumps it ahead. Stopped right on midfield. JEUF JEUL try to work it through the middle. Mbenge. The outside trying to find Guye. It's through him and intercepted. Simango. Galaxy. Tries to play through the split. Defender gets there first. Gouye watches it in. That's good play from Gouye to watch it into Diao. Ball punted away. Headed on by Diao. And taken away. Kalamazoo swung on and missed, and there might be a break here. Pass through, and it's way, way too long from Papi Gouye. Was trying to find Dia, but way too much weight on it. And it just rolls into Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is going to keep the ball at his feet. He understands the assignment here. Kalamazoo, they're much shorter in terms of depth. Don't have as many substitutes. And they're already missing Grady Lycan, who is often has not returned after taking a cramp. So there's no harm in trying to kill a few extra seconds if you're Kalamazoo. The clock is not your friend. Especially having just played a 60-minute game right before this, just a few moments ago, and as the temperatures drop, those cramps more likely to develop. Floated on over the top by Dia. Was trying to get it into Moore, but it's out for a throw. You can hear the fireworks and the firecrackers, Memorial Day celebrations this weekend. 3-day weekend, and people are going to take advantage of it. Thank you for spending some of your 3-day weekend with us. By E. Moore, trying to get down the goal line. He's knocked down, and a whistle goes. It looks like he's outside the box at least, so it will just be a free kick over there. This is the Olympian Mortgage Badger Cup final live on YouTube here, hosted by the Detroit Badgers. It's been a fun weekend, a lot of compelling soccer for sure. Two-man wall right on that goal line. It's effectively like a short corner from just outside the box, and you can count 5, 6, 7 blue shirts in there. Flighted in, and somehow it hits the ground. Guys are falling all over the ball, and that shot's going to go miles wide. Olympian Mortgage's main goal is to educate and prepare you for every stage of your mortgage journey. They've funded over $700 million in mortgages to clients across the United States, and it's their mission to provide their clients with the guidance and education they need in the mortgage process. The Olympian Mortgage team has closed over 3,000 mortgages over the last 5 years, and they put that expertise to use when they're helping you find your next home or refinancing your existing home. Check them out online at olympianmortgage.com. Olympian Mortgage, the title sponsor of the 2025 Badger Cup. Fireworks beginning in earnest now as the sun has set pretty definitively at this point. Goal kick flicked on over the top. Tracked down by Olabrede. Olabrede trying to beat him to the corner, falls over. No contact from the defender, so of course it's not going to be a foul. That pass picked off. Hurtado tries to leave it off for Fairchild. It's cleared away. Trying to settle it, Galaxy. Defender comes up, takes it off of him, but it's back into the middle. Picked up by Masimango, taken off his foot. JEUF JEUL trying to break out. Ball over the top. Here you go. By E. Moore. Sends in the cross. It struck him on the arm. It's a free kick to Kalamazoo United. Papa Masar Diao had an open look at goal. If he could have just read the bounce a little better. But as it is, it's free kick to Kalamazoo. Amalka Faria. Bara Silla sends it out for a throw. We're into the 23rd minute of the 35 in the first half, and this is a game that featured 8 goals in it when they met in pool play. It was 6-2, JEUF JEUL, but you wonder if the fact that it's a cup final, and this is a known phenomenon in cup finals, teams open a little more casually, a little more cautiously. Fewer goals are scored in cup finals than in regular league or cup games. You wonder if that plays into United a little bit. It's offside. Ball's out for a goal kick anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fairchild's ball, heavily weighted. I believe that's Ola Brede who was offside. So you wonder if there's some of that tension perhaps in the play of both of these teams, and that probably helps Kalamazoo United more just because JEUF JEUL is a more explosive, bombastic kind of attacking play. They try to beat you over the top. They try to throw the ball ahead and chase after it. Sort of like this. Diao, he's got some space. Now the defender collapses on him. Galaxy, Diao tries to cross it. Top of the box. The strike is blocked. Loose on the far side of the box, rolling down towards the goal line. And they're not able to keep it in. It rolls out. Last touch. No signal. It is a corner. The assistant referee took their time to make the call. I think that's frustrating to some Kalamazoo United guys who thought it was a goal kick. But it is going to be a corner, and I believe it's going to be Papaguille who will swing it in with the right from the far corner. Big early opportunity for JEUF JEUL. Swung in towards the heads and skied well over, and it will not hop the fence, fortunately. The neighborhood has received too many free gifts from this tournament as it is. They may not want one at this juncture. Then again, I imagine the folks who live over there are used to having their yards pelted with soccer balls. 26th minute. United 0, JEUF JEUL 0. First half has certainly been something. But United, having lost 6-2 the first time these two teams met, is probably not upset about a 0-0 draw at this stage. Tackle made by Yuso Sene. Plays it down the line. Cleared away and out by Otram. We've got a Kalamazoo man kind of hobbling now. I believe that is Latanga, who's trying to make his way, I think, to the sideline, and now he's going to take a knee, favoring his right foot. Now it's going to be a whistle and a stoppage. Madoguye upset, trying to talk to the assistant referee, upset about the constant stoppages, but this is the end of a 2-day tournament against a team that has only 14 players and just played an hour-long match. So this sort of thing is going to happen. And Latanga is up on his feet, and he's going to exit the stage. It looks like Grady Lycan is coming back in, which is a good sign for Kalamazoo. They could use him. He's an important glue piece between defense and attack for them. He's been very active when he's been in the game. That's stolen by Kalamazoo. Simango keeping possession, skips between two defenders. Good, strong challenge from Mbenge, and Simango does not get the call he wanted. 28th minute, no score. Long ball ahead, Guye in open space, poor touch. Hussein Zaleza hoofs it clear. It's going to roll out 4. Can't tell if it's a goal kick or a throw-in. They're treating it like a throw-in for now. It will be a throw-in deep in their own end for JEUF JEUL. Just trying to get it out of their own end. Finds some feet, but it's poked away. Simango bumped from behind. That's a good tackle. Guye lays down the line. Diop tries to cut it inside. Hurtado takes it from him. Faria tries to motor past him. That's a good tackle. Good stop from Diop. Diao. Lofted ball outside. Moore trying to fight off Kaiser. Able to keep possession. Turns to face. Moore. Diao wanted the ball on the overlapping run. Didn't get it. Back out in the long shot. It's going to bounce in harmlessly to Rodriguez. Papi Guille probably could have done a little better with that possession. And Rodriguez punts it clear. Remember, 35-minute halves in the final as agreed upon at kickoff. Would have been 45, but the two teams agreed to 35. The lateness of the hour and the recency of Kalamazoo's most recent game probably factors in that decision. Kalamazoo in possession in the midfield. Backing up to create some space. Ball down the line. It's poked out for a throw-in, and it will be Kalamazoo's ball. Galaxy will throw this in. Throws it in down the middle. Masimango back to Hotrum, who thumps it on ahead. Ball knocked straight up in the air and out for a corner. Badasilla struggled to make a play on it, ends up putting it out over his own end line. As we approach the half-hour mark, United with a chance here off the corner. 0-0 as they were. But a chance maybe for something off this corner. I believe this is Lycan who will swing it in with the left foot. That's short and headed out. Headed clear. Attempting the flick on, missed. Hurtado's on it. Hurtado puts it up in the air in the box. It's a dangerous ball. It's going to settle. Referee has his flag up. Going to keep his flag up. Olabrede has it on the goal line. Olabrede beats the defender. Defender clears it off the goal line. It's all the way outside, and the threat is nullified. Guille. Motoring down the wing on the outside, Diao. Diao plays it in over the top. Dia, he is on. No, he's not. Never mind. Late flag from the assistant, but a flag nonetheless. Offsides the decision. We're in the 31st minute. We're playing 70 minutes here. No goals yet, which is surprising considering the caliber of these two attacks. Both these teams have scored their fair share of goals in this tournament. Kalamazoo 11 goals in their 4 games. JEUF JEUL 15 goals in their 3+ games. So plenty of attacking prowess between these two, and those are all 60-minute games too. Those are not full-length games. So these are two teams who know how to score. Well, they've not been able to produce a ton of offense in this one. Not even a lot of chances that have gone begging, just not a ton of chances at all. Moore throws it over the top. And it bounds out. DQ Kaiser throw it in quickly down the line. Lycan spins on it. Cuts it back. Pass in the middle is intercepted. David Galaxy in the middle. Nice little combination play, but that ball's offline. Diop. Pass ahead. Dia. Thumped along. Brought down by Faria. Faria grounded. Pass all the way through, and he's offside. And he was offside, Olabrede. Not by a lot, but doesn't have to be a lot. Just a couple minutes left in the first half. Still no score. Papaguille. Out to Papandene. Close passing in the middle. This is Moto Guye. Plays on ahead by E. Moore. Guye. Moore again. Gets his head around. Gonna loft this one into the box. Dia tries to settle on the edge of the box, working into the box. Defender in his way, and well done by the defense. The double team solves the issue, and that ball struck the arm of Olabrede on the way out. Modoguye gets it in quickly. Now they'll hold up the play and work it to the back line. Trying to work in combination on the right side to create some space, but United not really giving a whole lot. Trying to slot that one down the wing. Diao tries to center it and does, but it's behind Dia. Diop can't get to it. Cleared away by Galaxy. Guye sends it back to his keeper. Final minute of regular time in the first half. We'll see how much stoppage time Nelvis Da decides to give, given the injury stoppages and the foul stoppages. Wouldn't surprise me to see 4 or 5 minutes. Skipping down the outside, looking for a cross at the top of the box. And Dia, no, he's missed it! Dia should have scored that, and he knows it. Atamane Dia with the best chance of the first half. Can't get it to go. Rodriguez recovering the ball. Nelvis Da holding the whistle in his hand. No indication for stoppage time. If I were to guess, I would say 4 or 5 minutes based on his previous games that he's called and how he does stoppage time. Ball all the way through. Diao, he's on. He's in the box. Diao has some opportunity to center this, maybe, down the line. And it's somehow behind everyone. I think a defender got a tick on it just enough. Ball sent into the middle. Mbenge sends it back. A little more positivity from JEUF JEUL in the attack now. Creating more opportunities. Trying to find a go-ahead before the break. All the way back into the keeper. Grounded all the way across to Diop. On the ground, Ndene trying to motor past Galaxy, but Galaxy wins the race. Sends it inside. That one's blocked by Ndene, but knocked down, given to Masimango. Pass poked inside, trying to get it to Olabrede, but Guye got there first. 37th minute. No score as halftime approaches. That's a good block by Faria to deny the pass and send it out for a throw instead. Ball sent in long from the back, but it's out of bounds. Trying to get an indication of how much stoppage time there might be, but still no hints from Nelvis Da, and that's a heavy tackle, but they're going to play advantage. Hurtado tries to play it over the top. It's denied, and that will be brought back for the advantage. Wasn't a good challenge at all. And Lycan doesn't like that the ball was kicked away from him. And he shouldn't like that. But the foul took place. They decided to run advantage, and that's how advantage works. So a chance here for United at the end of the first. 24 yards from the end line outside the keeper's right-hand post. just off the corner of the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men in white. On the 18. Ball sent in towards the front post, and it's held easily by Diao. Diao tries to punt it clear, and that's going to take us to halftime. Well, one half in the books, one half to go, and nothing to choose. We're going to take a break and come back for the second half. You're watching the finals of the Olympian Mortgage Badgers Cup live on YouTube. Second half of this cup final between Kalamazoo United and JEUF JEUL. Everyone trying to get a piece of hardware. We'll see what these next 35 minutes bring. Will they be the final 35 minutes of this cup tie? No score between Kalamazoo and JEUF JEUL. First 20, 25 minutes felt a bit passive. Teams kind of feeling each other out a little bit. They played each other back in pool play, and it was a romp. It was 6-2. Lots of scoring, lots of action. But not so in the early goings of this game, and some of that's going to be just the cup final nerves. It's just the nature of the beast. But JEUF JEUL in particular started to open up a bit as the first half wore on. Free kick here. Hotram swings it in. And that's right into the path of Rodriguez, who will gratefully take that. We've played 1 minute of the second half. The Olympian Mortgage Badgers Cup final match on this Sunday night of Memorial Day weekend. Looking forward to this becoming an annual tradition with the Detroit Badgers Club. Ball played through the slot. Defender gets there and puts it out. Lifted outside. Long ball over the top. Diao in between a couple defenders, but he can win the aerial ball. He heads it to himself. Going to keep it. Motors past Hotram. That's a nice move. Diao into the box. Tries to send it across and just trips over the ball. Diao had a man in the box that he was going to try to target, and he literally just tripped over the ball. It's cleared out for a corner at least. And that's not like Papa Masar Diao, who's been one of this tournament's most dynamic and interesting players. Because he can just turn it on and do some incredible things to help his team score goals. From the near corner. Driven at the near post. It's loose on the ground, and a couple of bodies on the ground. And it's going to be a foul on JEUF JEUL. Into the 38th minute, no score. This might be the longest that any tournament game has gone this weekend without producing a goal. Pretty sure the longest was 32 minutes. I have to double check my notes to make sure, but a 0-0 score in the second half has eluded us for most of these games, especially given the longer halves we're playing with here in this final. Again, 35-minute halves. Lifted over the top into the path of Bailly Moore, and it's a little bit too long, and it's out of bounds. Some guys getting warm over on the JEUF JEUL sideline. I don't see any activity at all over on the Kalamazoo sideline. I don't even see any substitutes over there. Not sure where they're at. Perhaps still in the locker room. Maybe some treatment involved. A couple of guys did pick up some knocks. That ball's just sent away by DQ Kaiser. Baracilla. Modo Aguye. Through the middle into the feet by Emor. Outside. Serenier Fall. Tries to put it through, and it's off the side of the foot of Hotram into the box. Got to deal with it now if you're Kalamazoo. Trying to walk it out to the sideline, and man, he somehow finds a way to keep it in the field and then split the defenders to get it into a teammate. That is some quality work from David Latanga. They're going to cycle it back to the defense. Hurtado tries to send it up over the top, but it's brought down on the chest by Guye. 40th minute. Lifted on ahead. Headed back by Nzaleza. Galaxy. Spinning away from the pressure. Gets it into the middle. Sent on ahead. Put back into the midfield. And a foul. Kind of a silly foul to give away there if you're Masimango. JEUF JEUL getting it in quickly. Papaguye. Centers it. Dia back to Guye. Rodriguez comes out, makes himself big and blocks it. And it's cleared. Antonio Rodriguez has had himself a fine tournament. Made a good stop right there. Serenier fall. Trying to split the defense, but standing right in the path is Hotram, the captain, team owner. And a whistle. And a foul. Free kick incoming for JEUF JEUL. About 50 yards from goal. JEUF JEUL's been less willing to just throw one into the box. They'll throw this one into the box. Got a man on the outside, and it's going to be not corralled. Let's say it's going to be corralled, but couldn't keep it in. It'll go for a goal kick. Under a half hour to play. Still nothing in it yet. And as the night wears on, you wonder if that 0-0 scoreline is going to cause these guys to just a little extra bit. Kind of the way that you expect in the beginning of a game like that. You also don't want to be the person who makes the mistake. Got a man down for Kalamazoo. Like I said a moment ago, I don't see anyone on the Kalamazoo bench where they are. They had 3 men in uniform in the first half. Now they have none. I don't know where they are. I think it was Hurtado who took the knock, but now he's back on his feet. Drop kick, the ball's back in here. 43rd minute, no score. Silla sends it outside. Long ball down the line. Putting it into the path of the runner. Dia, there's a heavy coming together. Was he in the box? What is he going to say? I was going to say yellow card. Yellow card given to Hussein Unzaleza. Crucially, was he in the box? I think he's going to say he was outside the box. So no penalty. But a free kick in an advanced position for JEUF JEUL. You got 6 guys who are either in on the 6 or about to make runs in that direction. Now 7, so they're loading up this box. It's like a short corner, lifted into the back post, and it's off the football crossbar. There have been opportunities. Not many opportunities, but there have been chances to score. Neither team has seized the initiative yet. And as that clock continues to tick up, it's only going to get more and more tense. Every missed chance is going to mean more and more. With a trophy on the line, Fall swings it into the back post, headed back across, and that's through the uprights. Just couldn't get over it. It can be hard to do with the ball dropping out of the sky. You have to find a way to get over it and head it down towards the crossbar. If you get under it too much, it's just going to ping back up into the atmosphere. One of the hardest things to do in this game is to direct one of those high dropping crosses off of your forehead. Out for a goal kick for Kalamazoo. Sent on its way. Trying to flick it on. Drops into the feet of Guye. Guye gets it poked away from him. And a foul. I think it's going to be on Guye. Yes, it'll be a free kick. And I think this is going to be a yellow card on Guye. Yes, it is. Moto Guye picking up the yellow. The card's coming out in earnest here in this second half. And now it's a free kick opportunity for Kalamazoo. 25 yards from the end line, all the way out near the far touchline. They're going to send 5 men running into the box, it looks like. Pretty conservative look here for Kalamazoo. Swinging it in with the left towards the back post. I got numbers. It's in and out of the hands of Rodriguez. It's loose on the ground. Rodriguez is down, and they're going to call the foul. They're going to say they interfered with him when he was touching the ball. If the keeper's touching the ball, you can't interfere with him. Rodriguez back up, which is good. And wants them to back up the free kick. Guye will take this. Rolls it to his keeper. Serenier fall. Touches it along. Diao trying to motor past him on the outside. Diao into the corner. Draws the double team. Tries to get it across. It knocks off of the arm of Hatram. Either way, it was going to be out for a corner, so it will instead be a free kick from just outside the box. Papa Guye. Seven men in to try to head this one home. 2 men in the wall for Kalamazoo. Papa Guye sends it to the back post. Header cleared. Kalamazoo back on it on the outside. They give it away. Grounded cross to the top of the box. Tapped out to the top. The shot, it's rolling into Rodriguez. Good work. A good grounded cross. A nice little setup ball to the top of the box. It's just not well hit at all. By Papi Guye. Silla couldn't settle it. Latonga takes it from him. Latonga's tackled hard. And it's out for a throw-in, I believe. I don't think they've called the foul. And there's a man down for Kalamazoo. I think it is going to be a throw. Defender from up here, it looked like he got the ball. And sometimes it just comes with the player hitting the ground as well. He kind of gets caught up in it. But if you get the ball and the player then trips over the ball because you're making a play on the ball, you didn't do anything wrong. But it did go out off of JEUF JEUL, so at least will be a throw for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo making a change, as will JEUF JEUL. Throw in long into the box, and he's trying to get the call, and they've blown the whistle. Is this going to be a penalty? Yes, it is! Nelvis Nah took his sweet time making that call. I think it was Mark Masimango who took the fall. He got bumped from behind, hit the deck, and tried to get Da's attention to get the call. Da has given the penalty. And it is going to be a penalty for Kalamazoo United. Something to break this deadlock, maybe. Victor Olabrede. He has scored four in this tournament. His first attempt from the spot. In the 51st minute, put his team ahead in the cup final versus Rodriguez. Bang! In the bottom corner. Olabrede, the shot comes off. It's 1-0 Kalamazoo. Olabrede leads. All goal scorers. With five in this tournament. And Kalamazoo is in front. Olabrede will get yellow card his shirt as you probably expected. A little cold to be removing your shirt for my taste, but you know, you do you, man. He's excited as he should be as he's put his team ahead in the cup final. And he's had an incredible run this tournament, too. That's his fifth goal, like I said. He's been so good for this team. He has scored clutch goals for them as well. And now, JEUF JEUL. They're up against it now. I believe this is the first time they've trailed this entire tournament. Halfway through the second half. And Kalamazoo United, they lost to this team 6-2 in pool play yesterday. Coming off a win they needed against Badgers Black to get here. And after pulling off the miracle in the first game to beat Badgers Blue, here they are. They're in front in the Badgers Cup final, trying to bring home some hardware. Olabrede is still excited and celebrating his goal. But you got to keep playing. You still got 17 minutes left before the final whistle can blow. Olabrede very excited. Throw in for JEUF JEUL. Cleared away. Now it'll be interesting to see how Kalamazoo United choose to play. They're an intelligent team. You do have to keep the pressure on, but at the same time, you are a less aggressive team than JEUF JEUL. And you know that JEUF JEUL is about to ramp up the intensity and really send everything they have at you. So tactical decisions need to be made on the Kalamazoo side for sure. Headed on towards the box, turned aside. 55th minute, out of the 70. Papaguille turned over. Faria trying to run past the defender and turns it over. Serenier fall, and we've got a man down for Kalamazoo over there in the back. And we've brought this up repeatedly, Kalamazoo. They don't have many subs. They don't have many extras. It's been a long day. Been a long evening for them. A lot of these guys have been running around for now the past nearly 2 hours. With very little rest, very little respite. Into the final quarter of an hour. Substitution will be made. I believe Hurtado is the injured party. He will exit. I think that's Fairchild coming in. No, excuse me, that is... Yes, it is Fairchild coming in. Ball is in play now. JEUF JEUL will start it from their own back line into the middle, and a heavy challenge from Kevin Rakunda. Picks up the foul on Papi Guye. You don't want to be giving away opportunities. You're 40 yards away from goal here if you're JEUF JEUL. They're going to send men in. One of the reasons that they've done so well in this tournament is they've done well with balls in the air. They got 8 guys up there in or around the box. You're going to force Kalamazoo United to have to send everybody back. Ball lifted in, headed down and away, out of the box by E. Moore. Outside. Turned over. Oh, but that clearance is blocked. And out for a throw. That's a clutch block. That would have been a really nice clearance for Kalamazoo, but as it is, they're going to have to throw it in from deep in their own end. '58th minute, long throw down the line. Headed back and forth, collected by JEUF JEUL. They try to get it down the line. It's off the defender and out for a throw. And if you're JEUF JEUL, you need to be urgent. There isn't a lot of time left, but you also can't be reckless. You can't be making bad decisions, spoiling opportunities for good chances by snapping at half chances. Outside, that ball intercepted. Got his head up trying to get it in ahead of them. It's a pretty good ball over the top. Olabrede and Faria were both in there, and Faria got a little bit too much of the defender and the foul's given. Ball sent through the middle. And Masimango got just a little bit too much of him, and I think he might get booked even as he's laying on the ground. Nda encouraging him to stand up. I think he is about to book him. Maybe he just doesn't want to book a man while he's seated. Nda's going to give the extra time necessary, and he's going to give a yellow card to a JEUF JEUL player over there involved. I don't know who that is. And now a yellow card will be given to Masimango as well. So Masimango got the yellow, I believe, for the foul. It's not the first time that he's gotten into trouble with Nda. And then another yellow card given to another player I've not been able to identify yet. That one's sent into the box. Over the top. It bounded. Oh, it pounded off the defender's head. And Rodriguez had to corral it, but he did. Antonio Rodriguez desperate to keep this clean sheet. A cup-winning clean sheet for him if he can do it. Punts it away. On the hop. Going to be taken by Latanga. Sends it through. Olabrede, he's on. Oh, the flag goes up so late. Flag goes up so late. I thought he was still on, but referee disagreed. Final 10 minutes of regular time, and that one pings off the arm of Hot Rum, but they're going to play it on, play an advantage, Nda indicates. by Moore. Long diagonal ball. It's a great ball into the box, but a better stop. DL plays it back. Cleared away. Faria tries to cut it back in. He's knocked off the ball, and it's a foul. 61st minute. They're going to play it in quickly. Olabrade's in behind. Olabrade. Can he touch it around? Yes, he can. Olabrade by himself. 2-0. Oh, my goodness. Victor Olabrade does it again. 2-0 to Kalamazoo. Victor Olabrade, his 6th of the tournament, his 2nd of the cup final. Kalamazoo can taste it now. They got out on the break. Olabrade touches past the keeper, wins the foot race with the defense. Kalamazoo United 2, JEUF JEUL 0. Olabrade still celebrating. Still a job to do for Kalamazoo. 9 minutes of regular time. Crossed in, headed out for a corner. JEUF JEUL, you got to put your foot all the way down on the accelerator now. But they can do it. If there's one team in this field that can score 2 goals in a hurry, JEUF JEUL definitely on that short list. And a lot of contact and obstruction call going to be made, and some pushing and shoving. And if you're Kalamazoo, you've got to keep your head. You're up 2-0. You do not want to do anything that could potentially jeopardize the sanctity of the game itself. And that's a red card. A red card has been issued to Bai Moore, and he's off. Oh my goodness, a straight red for him. And JEUF JEUL's down to 10 men. I don't know what he did or said. The foul wasn't on him initially, but he said or did something after the fact that got him straight sent off with a red card. And now a yellow card has been issued. To Amalka Faria. So now JEUF JEUL really up against it. They've got 10 men and a 2-goal deficit. I don't know what Bai Moore did or said. He wasn't even the man who committed the foul, but something happened after the fact. Nelson Da was not going to stand for it. A straight red for Bai Moore. Final 7 minutes of regular time. The 64th minute of the 70. And he's going to blow his whistle, and he's going to try to get these guys to stop hand fighting in the box. So free kick, flighted into the back post. It's wide of everything. Out for a goal kick. Nelson Da, and I'm going to give him some credit for this. This is not an easy game to keep full control over, right? It's a cup final. Temper's running a little high. There were a lot of early, heavy fouls. But he's done as good of a job as can be expected, I think, of an official of trying to keep things under control. Again, I don't know why he sent off Bai Moore. It's not necessarily a compliment to his, every decision he's made, but he's done a good job of keeping things in check, I think, as far as what I can see from up here. That shot from a long ways out really does test Antonio Rodriguez, but he makes the save. And that's cut him down. That's a foul. Yuso Sene caught Galaxy on the ankles. Or caught David Latanga on the ankles, rather. Excuse me. They shake up. They don't seem too upset at each other. Just a foul in the act of play, but foul nonetheless. Ron Hotram will take this free kick. Kalamazoo, they lost 6-2 to this team in pool play. They just played a full game before this, a 60-minute game where they beat Badgers Black 4-0 in a game they had to win to get to this game. And here they are, all 14 of them on the doorstep. The 66th minute coming up. 2-0 Kalamazoo. Victor Olabrade's 2 goals, 1 on a penalty, 1 on a break. Kalamazoo, the only team to keep JEUF JEUL off the scoreboard so far. They are 90% home. 5 minutes of regular time. United this close to a cup. Serenier fall into the middle. Inge back to the defense, and Kalamazoo, they've dropped everyone back behind the ball. Long ball in is headed out. Flicked on by Faria. And Kalamazoo has cast their lot in with trying to pack it in and deny the entry. That's a good stop from Kaiser. Kaiser dribbling up into the space. He's going to hold it for a moment and then just send it on its way. Flicked on. Silla gets ahead on it. Headed on. Gouye sends it through. Oh, that's a run-in maybe for Diao. Diao on the outside. Trying to keep him contained. Nzleza. Works around to the top of the box. Trying to make some magic himself. Diao gets it taken off his foot by Latanga and cleared away. Every clearance, a small victory that gets you that much closer if you're Kalamazoo. And now another man down for Kalamazoo in the back. Again, Da's going to give injury time for this. And JEUF JEUL players can be upset about the supposed time wasting, but Da is going to give injury time. He's done a good job with giving the injury time today. And being helped off now. I believe that is Masemango with a yellow card. He's played a featured role for them today. And he's going to be escorted off with some help from his teammates. Into the 68th minute we go. Some tired legs out there for Kalamazoo. Just trying to dig in and find the last little bit that you need to get you over this finish line, leading 2-0. Now they're going to hurriedly make the substitution. I believe this is Jonah Hurtado checking back into the match after he left with an injury earlier. You're running out of people if you're Kalamazoo. Just got to hold on for a couple more minutes. Everyone waiting for the secondary ball off the free kick, headed away. Brought down on the chest by Guille. Tries to flick it over the top. That's well defended and cleared away. Olabrede giving chase. Ball played outside, going to keep it in play. Serenier Fall sends it in across. It's blocked. Coming the other way, Faria. Faria over the top. Trying to carry it with his Galaxy, but it's denied by the defense. Coming the other way. Long ball with an overlapping run. Looking for a ball in, maybe. And a whistle. I don't know what the whistle's for. Apparently something on JEUF JEUL. So free kick for Kalamazoo. Not sure what the infraction was that he just called. But final minute of regular time. The 70th minute. Again, no indication from Da how much injury time there will be. I imagine it'll be 4 to 5 minutes would be my guess. He had 3 at the end of the first. And then I think there were more reasons to stop the game in the second than in the first. So 4 minutes seems about right to me. But we will see what he ends up deciding. Diao runs right over the defender in question. They're going to play it on. And no whistle. Cutting it back through the middle. Lots of space for him. And he's been taken out. Bad challenge from Sene. So Diao ran right through David Galaxy. Down in the box. And then another player came through and collided with Diao. And I think that there were some upset JEUF JEUL players about that lack of a call, so Yuso Sene just came flying in with just a bad challenge. There have been a lot of those in this game. And it's a free kick for Kalamazoo. Played all the way outside, and it's outside of everyone and out for a throw. We've played almost the first minute of injury time. Probably won't be more than 4 or 5 minutes worth. The finish line in sight. And a foul. Foul's going to be on Sene. And Sene just kicked the ball away. Which only hurts him, really. Only hurts his team. JEUF JEUL, they can't believe it, but Ron Hotram. And remember, JEUF JEUL also only down to 10. Bailly Moore was sent off straight with a red for something that happened after the fact, and that's just a clumsy foul on Serenier Fall. Just took his ankles out from behind, and now there's some yelling between the players. Some frustration setting in for JEUF JEUL. They're running out of time. They were so good in the group stage, too. And maybe after defeating Kalamazoo 6-2 in the group stage, the frustration of not being able to score the second time around against them is starting to bubble to the surface. Hotram sends it in. It'll be claimed by Rodriguez. A well-managed game from Kalamazoo, too. They knew their limitations with manpower and fatigue. They stuck to their strengths. They didn't let JEUF JEUL comfortably play their game. They did a really good job with managing how the game was played. They kept their heads in the difficult moments. A lot of heavy fouls, a lot of physical play. This is going to be a victory well-deserved for Kalamazoo. If they can hold on for the final minute or two. Once again, I want to thank our title sponsor, Olympian Mortgage. You can check them out at olympianmortgage.com. Cross in from the top, cleared away by Olabrede. The man who is almost certainly going to win the Golden Boot. Ball's put out for a throw. Kalamazoo starting to celebrate a bit. Victor Olabrede, you know he's going to be at the center of that celebration. The final seconds ticking away. Kalamazoo United 2, JEUF JEUL 0. The Olympian Mortgage Badgers Cup. Looks like it's about to head down I-94. Hoofed away long. Rodriguez comes out to it and just puts it out for a throw. No reason to do anything more dangerous. Literally nursing the final few seconds. Thrown in, cleared away quickly. Settled on the chest. Outside to Fall. Kalamazoo trying to keep the play in front of them here. Outside to Fall. We play 5 minutes of extra time. Fall sends in the cross. Blocked at the top of the box. And cleared away. Nda looks at the board. That ball all the way in. Olabrede. Olabrede's free. And he's cut down by the keeper in the box. It's going to be a penalty. And it's a red card for Ndongo Diao. That's all academic at this point. Victor Olabrede open on the break. Off the clearance. Cut down hard by Diao, who didn't get the ball. Olabrede still down on his back. I don't even know who's gonna be in the goal or take this penalty, and that ball's just punted out of the sky by Yuso Sene out of frustration. JEUF JEUL unhappy with the way this game's been officiated, but at the end of the day, Kalamazoo, they've outplayed them. They've taken their opportunities. They've created limited chances, but they've finished them. And some bad decisions defensively in the box. And there's an argument ensuing as Olabrede is now being helped to his feet. That ball is being kicked away again by Sene. He just kicks that one off the roof of a nearby building. And this is probably going to be a more ugly ending than this game deserved. JEUF JEUL players taking off their jerseys. They're punting balls away in frustration. They don't appreciate the way this game has been handled by Nelvis Nda, but Nda is going to try to call people away from the spot. And he's just going to blow it dead. That's your final. Not even going to worry about the penalty. Game's over. Kalamazoo United are Cup champions 2-0 over JEUF JEUL. Kalamazoo United, the Olympian Mortgage Badger Cup champions. An impressive finals display. After an impressive weekend, from the first match to the last, they came back from 2-0 down to beat Badgers Blue in the opener. They needed all those wins to get here. They had to play a back-to-back after winning the final game of the group stage to get here. They had to take on a red-hot JEUF JEUL squad that had averaged nearly 4 goals a game. They blanked them, and they got the job done. And they're Badgers Cup champions. It has been some weekend here in Dearborn Heights. And Kalamazoo United will get to take that trophy home. Congratulations to them. A fantastic tournament. Thank you to all the teams who participated. 313 FC, JEUF JEUL, and both the Badgers Blue and Black squads. Thank you to Joe and Ann Brincat, who put all this together, and everyone who helped out. Ticket takers, concessions folks, people who helped clean up, referees, the whole 9 yards. It took a lot of people to make this event happen. We're all grateful to everyone who made it possible. Hopefully this is the start of a great tradition. The Badgers Cup. Hopefully we'll see you again right here next year at Star International Academy in Dearborn Heights. But that's all for us. We're going to sign off for now. Kalamazoo United Olympian Mortgage Badgers Cup champions with a 2-0 victory over JEUF JEUL in the final. Thank you so much for joining us all weekend long. I'm Colton Wesley. Have a good night.